Afterward. The city of Theresen, or Theresienstadt as it was known during the German occupation, was a fortress. During the Holocaust, it was turned into a ghetto in which the Germans incarcerated some 155,650 Jews. The largest group to be imprisoned in the ghetto consisted of Czech Jews, and the second largest group consisted of Jews from Germany. Also incarcerated in Theresienstadt were Jews from Austria, Holland, Poland, Hungary, and Denmark. The Nazis used the Theresienstadt ghetto for several purposes. The concentration of elderly Jews and well-known people from Germany and from several other countries in Western Europe. The concentration of the Jews in preparation for their transport to extermination camps. And the camouflage of the murder of the Jews of Europe from the world by presenting the ghetto as a model Jewish town. These aims were achieved simultaneously and influenced the daily lives of the Jews there. The internal life in the ghetto was further influenced by the population that was incarcerated in it. Groups with different languages, cultures, and identities were condemned to a common fate. Many of the inmates of the ghetto were artists who led an active cultural life there, including orchestras, opera troupes, theaters, and satirical cabarets. There were also lectures and study evenings, as well as a library. All of this took place in the shadow of death, starvation, and the transports to the east, namely, mass murder in the camps. The Germans presented the ghetto to an investigating committee of the Red Cross. Prior to the arrival of the delegation, many Jews were deported to Auschwitz to be murdered. Fake stores, cafes, kindergartens, and a bank were opened, and the ghetto was spruced up with little gardens and flowers. The visit was meticulously planned in advance, particularly the censored meetings of Jewish prisoners with Red Cross representatives. After the visit, a propaganda movie was made, under the auspices of the Third Reich, about the life of the Jews in the ghetto. At the end of the filming, most of the movie actors were sent to the gas chambers in Auschwitz. Theresienstadt was occasionally and erroneously thought to be a model ghetto in which life was better. This illusion, created so carefully by the Germans during the war, also continued to a certain extent after the war. It is very important to understand that death did not absent itself from the Theresienstadt ghetto. Most of the elderly people who were brought there died in the ghetto, and it served principally as a transit station en route to the death camps. Altogether, 155,650 Jews were sent to Theresienstadt. 34,000 of them died there. A further 87,000 were sent to the camps in Poland, where the vast majority of them were murdered by the Germans. Only some 3,000 of the Jews from Theresienstadt survived the camps.